Today I'm going to show you how to sew on a button. So the items you're going to need to do this is some thread, your sewing needle, your button, your garment, and some scissors. I don't have a garment, but I have a piece of fabric to show you for this example. So first thing you're going to want is a long piece of thread. So usually I just do the width of my arm, or just as long as you think you'll need, but not too long where you're going to be fighting your thread. And then cut it and set your thread aside, and you're going to take your thread. Sometimes if your thread's not going to go through your needle, you can lick the end of it, and it will go through easier. And then pull the thread through till the two ends meet. So you're going to make a double thread. So once you have the two threads together, you're going to tie the end, just a single knot. If you need to, you can do a double knot, but usually start with a single. Then you're going to take your button and your garment or fabric, and you're going to start from the underneath. So you're going to poke through so you can get through one of the holes, and then pull all the way through. Then you're going to want to look at the back of your fabric to make sure it went through all the way. Then you're going to snip the fabric, snip the thread, not the fabric. And then you're going to decide which hole you want to go into next. If you're fixing a button, you're going to want to match the buttons that are already on your garment. And then go through one of the holes and then pull all the way through. If you want to, you can just guess where the needle's going to hit, or you turn it around and you can poke through where the other side is, and it should be in the same spot, and pull that one through. If you're new at this, it's nice to turn it around to make sure you pulled it all the way through. You'll want to go back through the same hole, the bottom hole, and go through. You're just kind of doing a loop over and over again. You want to do it a couple times. So then, after you do that a couple times, you're going to want to go to the next side and find the hole. And miss it, push it over. So you're going to go through the other side. Now pull that through. Then you're going to go down to the bottom hole, one that has nothing in it yet, and pull it through. And you're going to do the same thing that you did to the other side, and you're going to go back to the top, poke it through, pull it through, and push it through the bottom hole again. You're going to do it a couple times, at least 3 or 4 times or more, because you don't want it too loose. Then once you got it good and secure, you're going to want to poke it through without going through the button, right next to the button. Pull it through. And if it gets snagged, just be patient and pull the back of the thread, and then it should pull back through. So then once you got it pulled through, you're going to want to take a little, first you're going to want to make a shank around the button. So you're going to wrap around. You're just wrapping it around until it looks like a shank. It's just wrapped around, so it gives it some lift to the button. Once you did that, you're going to stop. But make sure you don't pull too tight. That's just going to pull the fabric. You're going to take a little piece of the fabric and then pull that one through. And then you're going to do the same thing again. Get a tiny piece of the fabric, because you're going to tie a knot. So you're going to make sure you're holding on to the end of the thread. You're going to make a loop. And you're going to go through it 2 times. 1, 2. Then you're going to want to pull it slowly, and then once it gets too small, you can just pull tight. If you're worried about it, you can do another knot. If not, just take the thread and the needle, push it through what's behind the fabric, pull it through unless you get snagged, and pull it through. You should make sure you don't get a snag like I did, and then pull it and take it from that side, snip it. When you turn it around, got your button sewn on.